Here's Looney. He's a good cat. So, what's the topic today? Don't you hate it when you got one of those choices in life where, you just at this fork in the road, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I not do this? Should I not do that? And it seems like there's so much weight attached to it. There's so much consequence attached to it, and you're torn. And sometimes you might even feel like you're damned if you do, and if you're damned if you don't. It seems like whichever choice you choose, it's going to there's not going to be a positive outcome either way. It'll be a screw up. But you have to make this choice, and of course, there's something that you want to have happen because there's no shortage of that in our mind. But then the especially if there's a deadline that's approaching, and then you're just feels like, I don't know, those documentaries we watched when we were kids about the Great Northwest, and here come here's a logging video from 1950, and here comes a log headed toward the big saw, and the saw just slices the log right down the middle. So, what does one do in these situations? I've talked to many people when they are in these situations. I've been in this situation many times. I find myself in one right now, and I'm just, uh, I'm just, it just doesn't feel good. It's like it reminds me of the line from the 91st Psalm that says, "God, please release me from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence." Now, that language really doesn't make any sense to me, the snare of the fowler and the noisome pestilence. But after some Emmett Fox and some prayer, it occurs to me that noisome pestilence is a noisy head filled with lots and lots of thoughts. And the snare of the fowler is the grip of a painful emotional state that seems like it won't let go. And yet, the 91st Psalm, all of the greatest spiritual truths, prayers, and literature, they always point us to the fact that when we are stuck when we're stuck and in the clamp or the vice or the snare of a bad situation, that enough prayer and enough faith will bring us out to the other side. And as I've been contemplating this, I'm asking for whatever wisdom and insight will come through into my brain. And one of the thoughts is that, you know, this human notion that my decision in some puny human situation is going to affect God's will or my future or my destiny or my mission or my purpose, as if I did choose the wrong way or if I did choose the right way, that somehow is enabling or allowing God to do his work in my life. And that's so profoundly, I mean, ridiculous. It's so preposterous to think, boy, I better make the right decision, because here's why. I've made endless big hairy mistakes in my life and bad decisions, and God has used every single one to further me along and use it to my benefit. And I've made some good decisions and some good choices. And of course, because those were probably more guided by wisdom, then of course those unfolded nicely. But if you find yourself now or in the future, and you will, with a kind of a hairy decision of which way to go, um, I guess while I'm sitting here in the snare of the fowler and the noise and pestilence, it's like you really can't go wrong. If we make a mistake, we'll learn from it. It will advance us. We'll gain valuable experience. It won't be failure. It'll simply be input and feedback. And if you make a brilliant decision, hell yeah, man. Anyway, Looney says today's decision is between dry food and wet food, and he's telepathically communicating to me both. Anyway, thanks for showing me your pet. Here's mine. Have a beautiful day. I'll pray for you. You pray for me. I'll see you guys.